Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today we are going to discuss on probability and statistics. And the topics that are covered today are probability, statistics, events and types, sample space and hands-on. Yeah, first let us understand what is the importance of probability and statistics. This importance, if you understand, then if they ask for 2 marks questions, you can easily answer that. So in data analytics, if they ask what are the benefits, you can write it. What is the important, you can write these points for 8 marks as well. And this again, these points, whatever I am going to cover, they may ask for 2 marks also. For example, hypothesis testing. Instead of asking it as what is it hypothesis testing or define hypothesis testing, they may ask you why we do hypothesis testing. So same point you can cover for 2 marks also. So the first one is data analysis and statistics. What is the importance of doing analysis as well as drawing the statistics? So we do that just for examining data sets to uncover trends, patterns. So we do analysis on the data just to summarize this. If you summarize this, it helps us to find out whether we are under the right track or not, or whether the company is under profit or not, so that we can make the decision. So that is why we do statistics as well as the analysis. Without statistics, we will not get the exact proof like what we want. So that is why we do that. Then second one is data summarization and analysis. So almost both are summarization. Statistics will gives you the exact, I mean, numbers, like in maybe in terms of percentage, like 50% data is correct, or 50% we are under profit, or 50% we are under loss. Summarization means complex data sets. So already we have done a projects on this. I have given the data sets that complex, that contains two huge, set of data. So you just, what you did is you summarized it, you removed what you don't want, and you have utilized it, and you have prepared a dashboard. Same thing here, I summarize the data like mean, median, standard deviation. You will be learning it, and if you find that, so that you can draw the insights, actionable insights, you can put some formulas, find out it. In order to do that, we'll use data summarization and analysis. After analyzing, summarizing everything, next is hypothesis testing. So testing is very important. Without testing, if you just try to implement it, or if you uh, put it in a real time application, maybe you may find a lot of errors after that, so you have to repay for that. So instead of doing that, you validate before whether you want to continue further or not. So hypothesis, why we do is evaluates assumptions. So here already in data sets we will be assuming something, and we will be doing that. That is the meaning of probability. So if you do this hypothesis testing, it helps you to validate, make decisions, or you can add some data or delete it. Then after testing, so next comes is the machine learning. So when everything is ready, algorithms plays very important role, because theory does not work with a system. You need to convert that into a language. So before converting into a coding language, we'll write an algorithm for that. So machine learning, they use an algorithm just to use this on the historical data, so that they create one model and predict what are the further outcomes. So based on that, we can make automated decision making will be done by those algorithms only. We need not sit and draw some conclusions. So there are algorithms which just create a model, and they will give automatically, they will give you the decision. Based on this, you can move further. So this is about the machine learning. And next we have decision making in business. In order to do decision making, statistics and probabilities are important, because after drawing the conclusion, you can make some decision. Next is quality control. So if your data is not proper, you can take necessary actions, and you can improve the quality so that defect can be reduced. Next, experimentation and research. For research and experiments, no one will ask a theoretical approach. Everybody wants the statistics. So if you know the formulas, if you know to find out what are the how to do mean, median, and how to draw statistics, how to implement using the formula, then it will be helpful for innovations in research and experiment. Next is the consumer behavior. You can understand how many people are buying your product, how many people are buying on regular basis, how many people buy on rare basis. So all those things if you want to collect, then you require some standards that we call it as a statistics. Without statistics you can't understand even the behavior of the consumer. So that is another one. So next is last one is handling big data. See, data sets or whatever we draw. For example, I want to know about the company called as Netflix. Then they will give me the huge amount of data. So on that such a vast data, we cannot implement it. So what we do is we use some advanced tools and techniques. What are those advanced tools? Is a Power BI. Using that, you can gain the deeper insights and you can scale large problems. You can solve the problems so easily. So this is the importance why we should study probability and statistics. Now based on this, we are going to implement it. Okay, the next comes, call it as a probability. Why we should learn probability and statistics? So what is the importance? We know now. Now what is a probability? Name itself indicates probability. We are not sure, but we are saying that this event may occur. For example, what is the weather today? We don't know whether the rain may occur or not, but we, according to the situations of the cloud or weather, moisture, we will say today rain may occur at 5 o'clock. It may occur or may not occur. If the clouds are very huge, we say yes, the probability or the occurrence of rain in terms of percentage, if you want to tell, I'll say maybe today 80% it may rain. Okay, so now you can frame a definition for that. What is a probability actually? What is a probability? Refers to likelihood of occurrence of an event or happening, that we call it as a probability. So theory does not work, so they have given a formula for that. Probability of occurrence is equal to n number of event, occurrence of an event divided by number of events or favor number of outcomes, where it P is a probability of an event, favorable outcomes, and S is a number of outcomes that is in the sample space. So this formula, if you remember, you can solve the problems easily. So now as if they ask for 2 marks, you'll write definitions, then formula, and then write one examples. So while tossing a coin, what is the probability of getting head? So one coin I am tossing, probability is either I should get head or tail. So what is the probability of getting head? When I toss first time, I may get head out of 2. So we have written here, so probability of occurrence of head is 2 possible outcomes. Out of that it is 1. So 2 are equally likely means either head, whatever the preference we are given for head, same preference we are given for tail also. Either head or tail may occur. So this is about the probability. If you write this much, it is enough for 2 marks. So next comes the sample space. So you know what is a probability? Occurrence of an event. What is a sample space? So sample space means it is an universal set. Okay. Okay, set of all possible outcomes of a random experiment. As I said, so what is a set of all possible outcomes? It is nothing but like an universal set. So, and yes, sample space is denoted by capital S. And we have the 2 types of sample space here. So, a sample space with finite number of outcomes. We call it as a finite sample space, and a sample space with infinite number of outcomes is called as an infinite sample space. So now let us take an example of a sample space here. When tossing 2 coins simultaneously, what are the possibilities that we get it? So sample space S is denoted by capital S. What are the possibilities? Either I may get, when tossing 2 coins simultaneously, both times I may get head, or one time head and tail, or tail or head, or tail I will get. So this is a sample space. What are the total possibilities that everything that comes under that I will be mentioning. So same thing for 2 marks they will be asking with respect to the BCU 5th sem BCA data analytics exam. So if you write this, then nobody will going to cut the marks. If you just write the definition and if you miss the example, surely they will cut the marks. Okay, this is about the sample space. So next comes another example, throwing a die. So how do you write a sample space for that? So S is equal to, die means a dice that you play. One die may contain six, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 numbering, 6 sides, 6 numbering. So all together I have put. So this is another example of a sample space. Okay, first you need to understand what is a sample space. All possible outcome, universal set. So if you understand then all the example 1 and 2, whatever I have given comes under finite sample space because I am able to count it. So what about the infinite sample space? So infinite means lifetime of an engine in an automobile. So it may keep on continuing up to 10 or 15 years, or it may not continue. As soon as I start the engine may stop. So this comes under infinite because I can't measure it, I can't tell it exactly. Whereas finite, I can count and tell properly, exactly. So that is the meaning of sample space, finite and infinite. Again, they may ask what is a sample space, or they may ask what is infinite sample space. You have to tell that. So next, if you have understood probability and sample space, next is an event. What is an event now? So sample space means complete occurrence. Event is nothing but a subset of a sample space. Yes. Out of complete, something may happen, subset of that. So that we call it as an event, and it is denoted by capital A, B or C, any of the English alphabet you can take it. And again comes categories of an event. An event does not contain any outcome. We call it as a null event. Does not contain any event, null event. And an event that has only one outcome, see sample space, yes. Okay, I'll show you in example. That event we call it as an elementary or simple event. An event that contains all outcomes and when it becomes equal to the sample space, we call it as a sure or certain event. So these are the three important categories. Now let us take an example to understand it better. So when tossing a coin, same example I'll take, sample space yes, without yes event does not happen, right? So when tossing two coins, possibilities I have written yes. Now event A equals nothing comes under which category? Any guesses? Yes, it is a null event. So I'll take another example now. So I've taken B, sample space out of H. I've taken B. B is an event here. So whatever the things that are there in this sample space is there in B also. Then what kind of event it is, whether it is a null or elementary or sure event. Any guesses? Yes. So it is a sure event. That means it contains the complete it looks exactly as a sample space. So another example, throwing a die. So sample space yes. Sample space yes, B is equal to TT throwing a die. So B is TT I have written. So sample space, if you take from this, then what kind of event? That has only one occurrence, right? Okay, then that event is a sure or a certain event which has only one outcome. Or simple event or elementary event, you can tell it. Okay, so this is about the event. If they ask for 2 marks, then you can write it. So next again we have the types of event, like depending on the occurrence we categorize the event. So if you take A, B an event, these are the categories, main categories. Again we have the subcategories in the event. So what is a complement event? If A is an event, then a non-occurrence of A will not happen. Something other than A will happen. So that is a complement event. And next one is so if A and B are two events, A occurs when B occurs, A also occurs when B occurs, that is a sub-event. And one more, either of the event may occur, that we call it as an union event. So understand this with an example. So tossing again two coins with sample space I have given. Then I have given an event A equals H and tail. Then complement of A is nothing but HT. So this means that we have a sample space, yes, out of that some A is occurring, that is both are head, both are tail occurred. Then complement of A means which is not in A should happen here. So that is the meaning of complement. And what kind of event it is? Obviously it is a complement event. So next example I have taken sample space, yes, yes, HHTT, it's H. Then A has occurred, B has also occurred. Then all together we call it as an union. So whatever that is there in A and B occurred here. So this kind of event we call it as a union of the event. Union means all together. So next example, throwing a dice 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 I have written, that is a sample space. A is 1, 3 and 5. Then event B, sub-event, right? B only 3 has occurred here. So what kind of event it is? Sub-event. That means A contains 1, 2, 3. Out of that, it is B contains only 3. So this is a sub-event. So next, continuing with the types of events, still we have one more other events, that is an intersection event. What is intersection? If the outcomes are in common. So two events A and B occurs, out of that any one is in common, that we call it as an intersection event. So next if we have A and B event, then if they both have the equal chance of occurring, then they are called equally likely event. So if they cannot occur at the same time together, then we call it as a mutually exclusive. So let us understand this intersection equally likely and mutually exclusive with one example. So same example I am taking so that you can understand it better. Sample space, yes, tossing two coins. Then I have written event A. Okay. Then one more event B occurs. Okay, which is in common. H and T both are in this H and TT occurred. Here head and tail and head has occurred. So here head is a common. So what kind of event it is? It is an intersection. A intersection B is nothing but they have in common. So that is an intersection event. So next is I have taken one more example. Tossing a coin. Single coin it is. So single coin. When I toss a single coin, so event A occurs, contains tail. Event B occurs, contains head. So here I am tossing two coins. So two possibilities I am writing. Here I am tossing a single coin, one possibilities. So here both cannot occur at the same time. When I toss a single coin, either head should occur or tail should occur. Both cannot occur at the same time. So what kind of event it is? So it is a mutually exclusive. That means they cannot occur at the same time, right? Okay, one more example. Throwing a dice 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 3, 5, 2, 4, 6. So both are different, but they have all the equal chances of occurring. So 1, 2, 1, 3, 5 occur, 2, 3, 4 can also occur. Okay, throwing a dice. I mean, through two dice if I throw. So any possibilities can occur. So what kind of event it is? It is a equally likely event. Next, again continuing with the event types, we have still three more. That is, one is exhaustive event. Exhaustive event means together it constitutes the entire sample space. When what are the contents that are there in the sample space? It contains all. That is an exhaustive. So next we have occurrence of A is completely unaffected with B. A occurred but it does not affect B. So that is independent event. So A occurs, it occurs, dependent means affected. So here I have written unaffected, please change it, make it as affects B. So it is a dependent event. So take some example here, same example, tossing a coin, event A occurs, event B occurs. Does it get affected? No. Then it is a and B together compromises of full entire sample space. So what kind of event it is? So it is a exhaustive event. So I'll take one more example, Tossing a single coin, T and H occurred. One occurrence of one does not affecting another one. So I'll call it as an independent. So now for dependent event. So I'm giving one example is 3 red cards are drawn out of 5 red cards. So I came first, I've drawn 3 red cards out of 5 and I went. So again next person comes and if he try to draw, he will lose the probability of drawing, right? It will be reduced for 2 for next. I got 5 red cards, but I've already drawn 3 and I went. And if another person comes, he is drawing only, he has the possibility of only 2. That means one event, sorry, depends on, affects the another event. So that is a independent event, dependent event. Okay, dependent. So after understanding the theoretical concepts, so I felt it is better to solve few problems which may appear for 5 or 2 marks questions here. The problems will be like this, and you need to solve. Find the probability of drawing one white marble from a bag of 5 white marbles and 5 red. So what they are asking, from a bag of 5 white and 5 red, what is the probability of drawing one white marble? So let us write the solution for that. So what is the probability? First you have to calculate what are the total. So I'll just change the fonts. Okay. See total marbles. So you have to write this in the exam. Total marbles are. So how many marbles we have? So we have 5 white marbles plus 5, how many red marbles? Red marbles. So 5 white and 5 red marbles, total becomes 10, right? So 10 marbles we have. So what you should do now, what is the probability of drawing one white? So what is the formula? Probability of occurrence of an event, that is P, probability of occurrence of an event. Okay. So what is the formula? Equals favorable outcome or favorable number of cases divided by total. So that is what? So it is a favorable cases divided by total outcomes. Okay, this is the formula that we thought. Okay, so now below you have to try to apply the formula. Okay, what formula? According to the formula, what is the favorable outcomes? What is our aim to form? What is the probability of drawing one white? So one white marble is equal to, substitute now. How many total marbles are there? 10. How many whites are there? 5. 5 white marble. This is a probability of white is 5 divided by total possibilities. 5 divided by 10. So what will be the answer? 5 divided by 10 is 0.5, or you can write 50%. So what is the answer now? Probability of drawing one white marble is 50%. Suppose if they change, what is the probability? A bag may contain, instead of 5 they may make 10. So here I have given one more example. Find the probability of drawing 4 black marbles from 6 white and 6 black marbles. So 4 black marbles you have to drawing 4 probabilities. So result you should get 0.301. You just try it. Okay. So here you have to do according to the combinations. Okay. So just I will tell you how to do it. You can just try it. So favorable cases of drawing 4 black marbles. So I have to draw 4 black marbles. So what is the combination? That is out of total marbles. Okay. 6 plus 6 again here. So total marbles are, we have 12. Okay. Probability of drawing 4 black I have to draw out of 6. Okay. So just I'll write the formula, that is 12 combination C4. 12C4 you have to write it. What is 12C4? So that is equal to 12 into 11 into 10 into 9. Okay. divided by 4 possibilities, that is out of 4, that is 4, because I have to draw 4, 4 into 3 into 2 into 1, sorry, 2 into 1. Okay, that you have to draw. Then probability of getting 4, you have to calculate. So after calculating, you should get this. Okay, if you have any doubts, you can just call me because it's taking too much of time. So next is the following is an extract from a table. So they'll be giving you a table. You have to find out the age of a person here, like that. So ages are given in years, then survivors are given. So they have given you the three questions here. A person age 20 lives till 80. So now for this I have to draw the solutions. So solution for A. So now how to do this? Same formula that what we apply there. What is the probability? That is favorable outcomes divided by total number of outcomes. So 20 lives till 80. So I am drawing for 20, he lives till 80. So what is the formula? Directly I am applying the formula here, but in exam you have to write the formula. Because of shortage of time I am doing. So 20 lives till 80. What is the possibility? So 20, you take it 20, then lives till 80. Okay. So what is the favorable outcomes? Favorable outcomes is here 20 lives till 80. That is how many times he lives? 40. So write 40,000. That is favorable outcomes divided by total. So what is the total here? 1,60,000 people are there. So what will be the answer? So it is 0.25. What is the probability? 0.25. Then one more. Newborn baby survives up to 20. Newborn means here 0. Right? 0. So newborn survives till we are taken 20. So what is the again same formula you implement is. What is the newborn survives up to 20. Okay, 1,60,000. That is the favorable outcomes divided by total. How many babies are there? 2 lakhs together. Okay, so what will be the answer? It is 0.8. Okay, next third one. Person aged 60, he lives till lives leaves 20 more. So 20 more means it is 60, leaves 20 more means it is nothing but 80. So now what is the possible outcome? Till 80, so take this possibility is 40,000 people. So we had, so 60, there are totally 80,000 people. So what will be the result is 0.5, right? So this is how you calculate. This kind of questions appears, especially this third one appears for 5 marks. Previous one appears for 2 marks depending on the intensity. The same questions they may change to the number of people's age groups. The number of people who read in different newspaper like Economics Times, Hindu, like that. Or they may ask the students who got 60%, 70%, 90%, 80%. Number of students they will give. Then they will ask how many students have scored 90%. Sorry, such kind of questions you can easily answer. Similar, if you have understood, similar kind of questions may appear in your exam because same pattern they will be asking. That's all for today. Hope you are able to understand what is a sample space event and how to solve simple problems based on that. And if you are benefited and if you like, please do like, share and subscribe, and please comment because your comments are more valuable for me so that I can prepare my presentations even more well. Or if you want me to prepare the topics that you feel I have excluded, you can also call me on this number and you can tell me, so that definitely I'll take your comments as a suggestions and try to improve it and provide that. Please do comment. Thank you so much.